Okay, Owen, we are going to be doing lesson 25, Virginia. And I'm not going to show you the book because I'm going to send the book home with you so you can follow along while I'm reading. 8 of our country's presidents were born in Virginia, more presidents than were born in any other state. Find Virginia on the map at the beginning of this book. So go ahead and find that and color that in. And now we're talking about Jamestown. Do you guys see Jamestown on your map? In 1607, a group of 104 men and boys came to North America from England to establish a new settlement. They chose a spot in what is now Virginia. No native tribes lived there, although the area they chose was Powhatan Hunting Land. Okay, so that's the name of a Native American group, Powhatan. They called their new settlement Jamestown in honor of King James I of England. Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement in America. So where did all these people come from that settled in Jamestown, Genevieve?
Wait.
Where are they coming from? England.
Land of James.
Okay, they're coming from England. Where is England, Genevieve?
England is...
Go get me the globe. Go get me the globe over there. Bring it over here so we can show Owen while we're doing it. Bring it over here. Okay, so look what they did. This is important to see. There's Jamestown, right? Over here in Virginia. Okay, they came all the way from over here in England. So they took a boat over here and started a new life. They're never going to go back. They know that when they leave. They're never going back. See how far that is? Okay. Now we're going to talk about Williamsburg. Do you guys see Williamsburg on the map? Settlers established Williamsburg in 1699. Visitors to Williamsburg today step back in time and experience life in America's colonial times. The colonial times began when settlers established Jamestown in 1607. So what year did they come over from England, guys?
1607?
The 1600s. What year are we in today?
2024.
So how many hundreds of years ago was that about?
400.
Yeah, over 400 years ago that they came over. All of that ended in 1776. What happened in 1776? A war, the American Revolution. And what did we decide in 1776?
That we weren't all a separate little country?
That we were not going to work with England anymore.
Oh.
We didn't want England to be in charge of us. We were going to be our own country. Okay, we just declared our independence from Great Britain. All right, and here's some pictures of people. You can go to Williamsburg today, guys, and you can do some of these cool things. I've actually been thinking we should plan a trip to Williamsburg. I think it would be really fun. Native people taught the settlers who established Smithfield. Do you guys see Smithfield on the map? How to gather salt from the ocean water. They showed them, now that's the Native Americans, they're helping them. They showed them how to use the salt to preserve meat so that it would last longer. Settlers used this knowledge to help them develop a method for preserving ham from their hogs. They shipped their hams to Europe and people loved them. Smithfield ham became famous. Today, Smithfield, Virginia is the ham capital of the world. The city is home to Smithfield Foods, the largest pork-producing company in the whole world. Okay, so what is the capital of Virginia?
I know all the capitals.
Okay, see if Genevieve can look at her map and tell me what the capital is.
It's Richmond?
Richmond, yes.
Richmond.
Yep, Richmond. Thomas Jefferson designed the state capital of Virginia in Richmond before he became president. He got the idea for the building's design from an ancient Roman temple he saw in France. A bell tower stands near the Capitol. Here's the bell tower, guys. You guys see it right here? That's the bell tower. So a bell tower stands near the Capitol. During the early 1800s, the Virginia Public Guard used this tower as a guardhouse. Members of this guard protected the area the way police officers do today. They used the bell tower to warn the people of Richmond in case of fire or other emergency. So if there was anything bad in the town, they would ring that. Today, the bell rings when it's time for the Virginia General Assembly to meet in the nearby Capitol. Here's the Virginia Capitol on the bottom. So they ring the bell when they're going to meet in the Capitol. Okay, look at Arlington National Cemetery. I've been there before. Do you guys see that on your map? Arlington? It's at the very top. Arlington, Virginia lies on the banks of the Potomac River just across from Washington, D.C. This city is home to Arlington National Cemetery. Thousands of men and women who served in our nation's military are buried here. The first soldiers buried here died during the Civil War. Okay, the Civil War was after the Revolutionary War, right? And who fought in the Civil War?
America.
America fought itself, right? The North and the South. Okay, look at Luray Caverns there on the bottom. Look. I don't think that's on your map, but look at that.
Yes, it is.
Is it Luray Caverns? Okay. It is on your map. It's not in green. Oh, it is in green. Deep in the ground sits an organ connected by wires to stalactites all over the cave. When a musician plays a key on the organ, it causes a rubber mallet to gently strike one of the stalactites. The stalactites produce different tones depending on their size. The sound of the great stalacpipe organ is gentle and soothing as it echoes off the cavern walls. Let me see if I can find a video so we can see the Luray Caverns organ. Yeah, why don't you guys come over here for a second?
That's what that thing is.
Something that caught our eye that may be of interest to you too. This year marks the 60th anniversary of the debut of a musical oddity, the great stalacpipe organ of Virginia's Luray Caverns. NewsHour recently got a behind-the-scenes look at this one-of-a-kind instrument from those who know it best. Cavern historian John Schaefer starts us off.
I love this song.
Luray Caverns is home to the largest musical instrument in the world, the great stalacpipe organ, and it plays the stalactites. The organ was created by Leland W. Sprinkle. Mr. Sprinkle toured the caverns in 1954 with his young son, and at that time, the guides would tap stalactites to show that the different sizes gave off different tones.
What he did was take rubber mallets and the concept of an organ and put it all together into an instrument. I'm Larry Moyer. I am operations manager for the Great Stalacpipe Organ. You're actually standing inside the organ as it plays because the stalactites cover over 3.5 acres around us. Basically, we call it like a player-type piano. So the sheet of plastic as your song and as the drum rotates, the metal brushes fall into contact through holes in the plastic and sends the notes out.
And on occasion, we will have an organist present.
A pipe organ produces its sounds by forcing air through columns. What we're doing here is we're actually playing a 37-note percussion instrument. My name is Otto Pebworth. I play the organ here at Luray Caverns. And I've been playing pipe organs now for probably close to 30 years. It's very settling, very soothing. I just have a chance just to stop and let everything go quiet and make music. And that's what makes it the nicest thing. A room like this lends itself more toward the more peaceful things like Moonlight Sonata or some of the Bach preludes. The stalacpipe organ is a totally unique instrument unto itself. And because of that, you can just hear something that is totally natural and totally special. Can't be duplicated.
Pretty cool, huh? That's really cool. Okay, so that was the Luray Caverns. And then let's talk about Shenandoah National Park. Do you guys see that on your map? When European settlers first came to North America, they found abundant wildlife. Countless bears wandered through Virginia's Shenandoah Valley. As more people moved in, more bears moved out. Settlers killed many of the bears, and by the 1940s, only about 10 bears lived in the new Shenandoah National Park. People have worked hard to help the bears thrive again. Today, hundreds of bears roam through the park. Shenandoah National Park lies in the Blue Ridge Mountains, which are part of the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh.
Blue Ridges are part of the Appalachian, and that's on your map too. Look at where it says Appalachian Mountains. A trail through the Appalachian Mountains stretches all the way from Georgia to Maine. People who hike the Appalachian Trail pass through Shenandoah National Park. Many people enjoy taking a day hike on a portion of the trail. Some adventurous people hike the entire trail straight through. Do you think you could make it the whole way? It is over
Absolutely
2,000
not.
miles long.
Absolutely not.
It takes 6 months of hard hiking to make it from one end to the other. Before the mountains were born, or you gave birth to the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Okay, so you guys illustrated the geographic term for Virginia. Okay, let's answer the questions for,
I'm still working on it.
okay, let's answer the questions for Virginia on page 7. So we've got the men and boys who settled Jamestown traveled from what country?
England.
England. Native people taught the settlers of Smithfield how to gather blank from the ocean water and use it to preserve meat.
Salt.
All right, let's have Genevieve try the next one now.
Um,
Who designed the state capital of Virginia? Oh, that's a hard one.
what? Who did
Do
what?
either of you guys remember that one?
Somebody sprinkled. Just kidding.
No.
No, I
Sprinkle did the
I know.
Thomas Jefferson.
Oh.
Okay, so Thomas Jefferson designed the state capitol. Okay, the largest instrument in the world, Genevieve, is a giant what?
What is it called? I can't. Oh.
What's it called? Begins with an O. Organ. And the Appalachian what passes through Virginia and is 2,000 miles long?
Mountains.
Mountains, yes. Okay, so going on to page 114, we're going to listen to The Barnyard, which is a story and song of Virginia. So let me pull that up.
Oh gosh. Why am I so scared? Oh wait. I just outlined it. Why? This thing's kind of dumb sometimes. I'm just gonna color the whole shit.
So this one's called The Barnyard. Let's see.
Because you color the whole, and that's it.
Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go.
I had a cat and the cat was me. I fed my cat under yonder tree. Cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a hen and the hen was me. I fed my hen under yonder tree. Hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a sheep and the sheep was me.
Okay, so you hear what it's doing? It's doing the next animal, and then you say the animal before it each time. So it was the cat goes fiddly-dee, and then the hen goes shimmy shack, and the cat goes fiddly-dee. So now it's going to be the sheep goes ba-ba, and then you're going to go the hen goes shimmy shack, and the cat goes fiddly-dee. So they're adding an animal each time.
Sheep under yonder tree. Sheep goes baba, hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a horse and the horse pleased me. I fed my horse under yonder tree. Horse goes neigh-neigh, sheep goes baba, hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a goose and the goose pleased me. I fed my goose under yonder tree. Goose goes plushy, splashy, horse goes neigh-neigh, sheep goes baba, hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a girl and the girl pleased me. I fed my girl under yonder tree. Girl goes honey, honey, goose goes plushy, splashy, horse goes neigh-neigh, sheep goes baba, hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. I had a man and the man pleased me. I fed my man under yonder tree. Man goes money, money, girl goes honey, honey, goose goes plushy, splashy, horse goes neigh-neigh, sheep goes baba, hen goes shimmy shack, cat goes fiddle-dee-dee. Cat goes fiddle-dee-dee.
Okay, so now, why don't you guys come over here? I'm going to show you something about Virginia's Natural Bridge State Park.
If you're sharing a hotel room with friends, you're also sharing.
Because that's what we're going to talk about next. So this is the Natural Bridge, look. I think you can. So it says, I'll read this while we're watching. March 5, 1927 was a cold, snowy day. Snow lay on the ground, and icicles hung from the rocks that surround Cedar Creek. A group of men and women gathered on nearby Pulpit Rock in their coats and hats. The sun warmed their backs. High above, they could see Virginia's natural bridge, which crosses Cedar Creek almost 200 feet above the water. They watched Dr. Chester Reeds step into a large wooden basket built especially for this moment. The basket was attached to a rope that went through a pulley at the top of the bridge. The other end of the rope was tied securely to a fence post. Dr. Reeds was a geologist. His mission was to study the natural bridge up close and take photographs of its features. As Dr. Reed stood waiting, he clutched the handle of a large black camera as it rested on the side of the wooden basket. A group of men stood with him on the top of the natural bridge. Several of the men clutched the rope to make sure it didn't slip. The rope was wound around a wooden log attached to a metal crank. A man grasped the crank, ready to turn it carefully. When all was set, the man at the crank began to turn, and as he turned the crank, the rope slowly lowered the basket with Dr. Reeds in it towards the rushing creek. Okay?
Wait, I'm gonna go back a second.
No, give me a second. Let's not write this second. We can in a second. The spectators on Pulpit Rock watched eagerly as the rope lowered the basket from the beginning. It began to spin, and it kept spinning and spinning. Dr. Reeds got so dizzy, it was hard to take the photos he wanted. Gradually, he was able to hold the camera steady and capture some pictures. He photographed the bridge, the creek below, and the rock walls that support the bridge on each side. Dr. Reed used his pictures to illustrate a book that he wrote about the bridge. He called the bridge the most striking curiosity of its kind in America. His writing and photographs helped people better understand what he called one of the greatest wonders of the world.
Is that one of the ones?
Oh, there was something else I was supposed to do. I don't know. George Washington visited the Natural Bridge around 150 years before Dr. Reeds was there. When George Washington was a young man, he worked as a surveyor taking measurements of land in Virginia. On the one wall of the bridge, visitors today can still see the initials GW carved into the face of the rock, along with an official surveyor's cross. People have found 2 stones near the bridge, also marked by a surveyor long ago. One of them also has the initials GW. Thomas Jefferson purchased the Natural Bridge and several acres of land around it in 1774. He visited the bridge several times, always marveling at its beauty and grandeur. While he was serving as president in 1802, Thomas Jefferson visited the bridge again and again and created the first map showing it and the surrounding land. A writer once called Virginia's Natural Bridge God's greatest miracle in stone. It does indeed declare to all the world the power and majesty of our God. Okay, so chapter titled, there's a book called Soft Rain. Let's see if we have this book.
No, wait, I want to see something on the video first.
What?
Here. Was it the waterfall? No, it was right here. Oh, it looks like it was our geography book. Like
Okay.
I don't remember what this change was for, but it's for
Okay.
mine now.
Stop.
Can I grab something?
Okay. So you guys, we are going to start reading the book Soft Rain, which is about a story of the Cherokee Trail of Tears. It's by Cornelia Corneliuson. Cornelia Corneliuson. Okay? So I am going to stop this video and I'm going to share it with Owen and I'm going to let him listen to Soft Rain Chapter 1.